All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am istherenoonelse. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the survey that Sawman UK posted in a video yesterday. Long story short, a bunch of people got email links to the survey, and not everybody got it. I was given a link to the overall survey, and so I posted it on my channel. And I wanted to do a quick follow-up video on it because I think these sorts of things are important. I think survey feedback is very important in general, and we will submit one live on stream for you guys for fun. Yeah, I wanted to do this because I wanted to talk to you guys about this in general. And so I know a lot of people watch my content and they stopped playing the Elder Scrolls Online, and I totally understand that. ESO is not in a good spot. If you've watched every other content creator out there talking about ESO right now, everybody's saying the exact same thing. I am saying the exact same thing. I will have another video coming out this week saying the exact same thing. It is in the worst spot that it's ever been, and it is not great, and things need to be improved. I think ZeniMax realizes this. I think that's why this survey exists. And so if you have any intentions of coming back to the game, like if things got better, would you come back? This is your chance to provide feedback. There's no guarantee. Like, guys, it's a 5-minute survey. I wouldn't hold out optimism that things are going to get changed. But if you think 5 minutes of filling a survey is worth your time to hopefully have a game get better to where you come back and play it is worth it, then you should fill out the survey. That's my point of view. And so I think it is. And so we're gonna fill out a survey on stream. And I wanted to talk to you guys about it while we're going through it. But yeah, it'll take you to this. And it takes about 5 minutes to do. And these are the first few questions, statistical purposes. And so it's going to ask our age and our gender. I'm going to skip through these. So yeah, and then we get to our first question, and it says, overall, how satisfied are you with the Elder Scrolls Online? Extremely dissatisfied on the left, extremely satisfied on the right, and you fill in what you believe. And then how likely are you to recommend Elder Scrolls Online to someone else? 0 being not at all likely, to 10 being extremely likely. You can fill that out. How likely are you to be playing the Elder Scrolls Online a month from now? And you just be honest with your questions. Like, I'm being honest here. I'm being diligent with my answers. And I'm giving them the information that they need to hopefully get stuff. And so I know that PvP is such a small thing, and that's the going belief. But I feel like surveys like this are important to help them identify the types of players that actually play and enjoy their game, and they can cater the game towards those players. Because yeah, I feel like they've dropped the ball. They've dropped the whole ball. They've fumbled the whole bag this year, and I think they're realizing that now, and they're collecting data. But yeah, so we got chapters. Are chapters important? Not at all, not very, somewhat very. Chapters for me, they come every 3 months. Not very important to me. I don't find the storylines very exciting personally. And these are all different. Like, if you guys like the chapter, vote that you like the chapter. It's important. But for me, chapters aren't done very well. I don't like the storylines. I haven't done a storyline in like 6 years in this game. It's just not very good. Like it doesn't keep me engaged. Everything's super easy. It's not worth my time to do the new chapters. That's just what I've found. But we're all different players. We all play this game for different reasons. You fill out how you want. Looting, not very important. It's all the same for me. You kill stuff, you loot, you get the exact same things. And 3 months later, the gear becomes obsolete. So what's the point? Actually, we're going to put not at all important there. Crafting, that's somewhat important. Housing, I would say housing's pretty important. 12-player trials, pretty important. And then we got guild stores. Somewhat important. I feel like the health of the guild stores is pretty valuable overall for the economy. It's important to make sure that we have good guild stores. PvP duels, I think it's very important in general. I think a healthy PvP environment is good. Exploration. In most games, for me, exploration is good. In the ESO, it is not, because they don't rehash old content. They make content, they don't go back to it, and that's their business model is new. And so all these new environments, Skyrim, Vardenfell, all these places that look amazing and are cool to like walk around in, they become obsolete in 3 months. So what's the point? I don't see the point anymore. And so why keep doing it if you're not going to go back and rehash and let people experience these areas more? Just my opinion. I think time can be allocated better if that's your business model. If that's not your business model and you actually do want to go back and rehash other games, rehash other environments, I think it would be important. And exploration in most games would shoot quite a bit higher. But for ESO, like just think of like Somerset, just like all these spaces that aren't used, and they spent hours upon hours designing these maps, right? Designing these dungeons in these areas, and then all of a sudden people just don't go there anymore. Guilds, I mean, I don't think it needs to be improved. I think it's fine where it's at. PvP in Cyrodiil, very important. 4-player dungeons. I really enjoy 4-player dungeons. I know I'm mostly a PvP channel. I do enjoy the 4-player dungeons. I wish they had more content that was a little bit harder. Obviously, there's some content that's very hard. There is. Most of the content is pretty darn easy though, and so having like more access to more difficult content would be great. Just a wider array. Too easy in general though. PvP battlegrounds, I've been talking about a lot, but yeah, very important. Crown Store, I can count on one hand how many things I bought in the Crown Store. It's not at all important to me. I don't really buy cosmetics. You guys see my characters. You know I don't buy cosmetics. I have bought a few mounts over the last couple of years. Obviously, I am a sucker for the elk mounts, and so you will get me there, ZeniMax. You will get me with the elk mounts when I do play this game. But that's about it. That's about it. For everything else, I don't care. Chapters. Oh, please answer this question. Which one did I miss? Oh, Overland content. Oh, yeah, not at all. I don't care about Overland content. Too easy. It doesn't matter. And if it's too hard for you, you just wait for more people to show up and then you can kill them. Or content gets ignored and then you have stuff like the dragons that you can't kill and then you never get to complete the content. So, cool. How satisfied or dissatisfied are you with the types of rewards currently offered to ESO players? This includes rewards such as experience, AP, weapons, and gear for completing content, including trials, dungeons, crafting, and Overland content. Extremely dissatisfied, somewhat dissatisfied, neither satisfied nor dissatisfied, somewhat satisfied, or extremely satisfied. I mean, the AP is nice. XP for me doesn't matter. I'm an end game player. I don't need experience anymore. So for me, this is going to be skewed compared to you. Alliance points are nice, but the gear and stuff that you get with alliance points, most of it is obsolete. Weapons and gear for completing dungeons. Yeah, most of the stuff disappears in 3 months, and so I don't care for it. If it didn't disappear because the combat team didn't constantly have to one-up themselves by making just ridiculously overtuned sets every 3 months, rendering everything else obsolete, then it would be fun maybe to get some of the stuff. But I mean, think about Battlegrounds rewards. Just as an example, Battlegrounds rewards, you get Coward's Gear, garbage. You get Vanguard's Challenge, right? Garbage. And you get... Is it Wizard's Riposte? Is that the other one that's in there? Also, garbage. You don't get any good set. Oh, and you get Impreg. You get Impreg out of Battlegrounds. Also garbage. So you do Battlegrounds, but everything you get in there is not worth getting. So what's the point? And that's just one example. I could go through all the other ones, but we don't have all day. Would you say that different rewards drop often enough that you were able to get the rewards that you want? Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. Below is a list of current rewards ESO players can earn. Thinking about your personal experience, which rewards are most appealing to you? Place a 1 next to the type of reward you find most appealing, a 2 next to the reward you find second most appealing, and a 3 next to the reward you find the third most appealing. You may leave the other fields blank. All right, so they got all sorts of stuff. And so this is something I've been talking about on my channel, which is I thought why it would be worthy of doing a video. I feel like rewards that players earn are not very good. You don't get great stuff, and I feel like having different things in different areas would be nice. And so for me, titles and personalities, I'll put that as a 3. getting a title and personality or a personality for rewards would be quite a bit different than the small amount of gold or repair kits or whatever. I think this is a good idea to be able to get this for a reward. Recipes, I don't care too much about this because you get the recipe stuff, diagrams, patterns. You get that from the different celebration events, and so they already have their own thing. So overlapping those new recipes with another way to get recipes, it just kind of makes those redundant, and then you'd have to change the rewards for that. So that's not important to me personally. Crafting materials, yes, I'll put that one as a 1 because crafting materials is the one that I keep bringing up. Frankly, on PCNA, everything's been everything's been bogged down. The prices keep going up, and it'd be nice. Everybody would take value in tempering alloys or gold jewelry or whatever. Consumables, no. The consumables change so much. Getting consumables as a reward isn't great because if it becomes obsolete, then it's not worth having. And then skins, I think is pretty awesome. So getting a skin as a reward would be pretty great. Getting free cosmetics, I think would be pretty awesome in general. Experience points, I don't care. Like this is my survey. Since I'm an endgame player, I don't care for experience points. If you do, then you should put this in. That's how surveys work. You're welcome. Item sets, we get item sets everywhere. I don't need more item sets that are going to be obsolete. Antiquities maps, I haven't farmed in antiquity outside of the mythics, and I will not because they're not worth it. So maybe if you upped the end, and I'm not a housing endgame player. Okay, I know a lot of the antiquities are good for housing and whatnot, and obviously you get the lancers and everything. That's not my now. Gold depends on how much gold. I like the gold material idea a bit more, but gold's a good option. It's definitely, that'd probably be my 4th. Mounts is a very good option. Companion gear, if you do Overland, that's a good idea. Treasure maps and alliance points. Yeah. And then you indicated that item sets were not among the top 3 rewards that you will find the most appealing. Why not? See, this is why I did this video, is because they're very they're asking these questions, right? Please select your top 2 reasons why you're not choosing item sets. It is too difficult to complete a full set. Not true. I don't enjoy playing the content that drops item set pieces. I don't understand how item sets work. I don't feel the need to optimize my build. Man, I can't find an item set that suits my build. I already have the set that fits my build. I don't need more. I prefer wards I can use more quickly. I do not want to have to collect specific items. There are too many item sets to keep up with. I mean, these are none of the answers that I would choose. Okay, so these are not the reasons that I would fill in. The number one answer that I would put is we already have enough item sets. So this is close. There are too many item sets to keep up with. So having more item sets doesn't really make any sense. But that's not how I would write it. What I would say is we already have enough item sets. Those item sets can be balanced. We don't need to continue to introduce more and more item sets. The other reason why this is not among the top 3 rewards is because every reward I am given in ESO is already item set specific. I would like variety to my rewards for doing different content. That's my point of view. You do battlegrounds, you get gear. You get alliance points in Cyrodiil, and you get rewards to the worthy. You get gear. You get Telvar, you can buy gear. You do dungeons, you get gear. One-man solo content, you get gear. Everything is already gear. Everything is. Well, let's mix it up. Thank you for taking the time to complete the survey. Please hit the next button below for your response to be recorded. And that's it. So, super quick, super easy. Yeah, be honest. And yeah, you don't have to do a video like I did to submit it, but they are apparently taking feedback. We'll see what happens with it. But yeah, be honest with your question, with your answers. I know I was here. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. We'll make that video done now. Take care, guys. Have a good one.